Hey, Brittany.
Tiffany.
Hey, Mika, ambitious. Sometimes, look, I remember when I first started this, it was interesting to see the I don't know what they call it. They're not hashtags, but the names that people use. I used to have a challenge saying the names. But hey, Brittany, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Awesome, awesome. We're glad that you're here. So, y'all, we're gonna get started tonight. Normally we do Wednesdays, but tonight we're doing Mondays. And this is over mothers overcoming grief with power. And this is also a part of the Angel Moms Collective. As most of you know, I'm an angel mom, and sometimes I wonder, do people even know what an angel mom is? And an angel mom is a mother who has a child in heaven that's an angel. And so we are here to empower mothers who have lost their child. And we're just going to have a conversation with y'all. This conversation is solely for you, for everyone that's watching. My commitment is always to empower, to inspire, to motivate, and to let all of you know that you're not alone and we're walking this journey with you. And so I have this super powerful mom, and there is no place I would rather be than to be with an angel mom, because I know and I believe that angel moms are the most powerful moms on the planet. And so, y'all, I have this beautiful mom with me. Her name is Brittany, and we're going to just have a conversation. And so, Brittany, share yourself. Tell everyone like who you are and tell us about your daughter.
I'm Brittany. I'm Madison's mom, and Madison was 12. I
Mhm.
had a pregnancy before Madison in 2009, which it ended in a stillborn. I was 32 weeks pregnant. I lost my son, Dalen.
Mhm. Mhm.
I got pregnant again December the 16th, 2009, and I had Madison. Madison was my only child. Um, Madison was girly. She was smart. She was sweet. She was soft spoken. She was a straight A student. She never met a stranger. She played soccer. She loved being around my mom, her family,
Mhm.
and um, that's basically Madison.
Yeah, like I when I was creating the video today earlier, well, I actually created a video last night, and every time I create these videos, I always get present to like they always make me emotional, because when I'm looking at the pictures, I can really see like the personality, the beautiful spirit and the soul of, each and every child. And one of the things, like, I really saw the light, you know, the joy that was there. It was almost like this is a kid that could walk in any room and brighten any room. So it was just amazing with, having the opportunity to create that for her. And would you like to share like what happened?
Yes. Um, July the 29th of 2022, we went to get our last vaccine shot.
Mm-hmm.
She had no complications. She's never been sick, and she was tested positive for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Which August the 2nd, 2022, they was pronouncing my baby deceased.
Mm.
And the cause of it was an infection around the heart, and she was tested positive for COVID.
Wow. I got that. And what has it been like for you? Like, how long have you been on this journey?
It's been 9 months. Um, it's been an emotional roller coaster. I done lost sight of me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, most days I don't move out the bed. Most days I can't move out the bed. My faith done wavered.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just been a struggle.
Yeah.
It's been hard.
Yeah. And you know what's so beautiful, Brittany, that I'm so present to is your authenticity and your vulnerability. And despite how hard it's been, you know, just to be here having this conversation, because being on social media, sharing your life with people, it's not easy,
Right.
you know. And to lose a child is such a vulnerable space. And just, you know, despite it all, you're here inside of a commitment to others.
Mhm.
And it just shows your strength and your power and your courage, you know? And so I always ask, like, my question is always that I ask, because when I first started this journey, you know, the first thing that was really challenging for me was my relationship with God.
Right.
And so we've had several conversations about that. And, you know, what was it like for you? Like right after everything happened, like how was your relationship to God, to spirituality, your faith? Like, how was that?
I am a woman. I am a woman of God that believed, but when I got the news or when I seen everything with my baby laying in the hospital bed, I questioned God. I questioned him as to why me,
Mm-hmm.
things that I've been through in my life, even with the passing of my first baby,
Mm-hmm.
losing my first baby to a stillborn, and then getting pregnant again, and just all of the challenges that I've been through in my life before the passing of my only child. I questioned him. It was hard
Right.
because
Right.
I don't. I had a relationship, or I had that relationship with God, but when it happened, I just had so many questions as to why me, why my child, why did I have to go through this
Mm-hmm.
after everything that I have previously been through in the past years. And over the time, I just knew that I was going to have God, that I was going to have to position myself with the hurt, the pain,
Mm-hmm.
that I know that I was going to need Him to get through one of the hardest things I have ever did in my life. So I end up going back to the Word, and
Mm-hmm.
something to this day is still hard.
Yeah.
Hard because I have so many unanswered questions. But I know that He's the only one that's keeping me going. He's the only one that's getting me up in the morning when it is hard, when it's days that I don't want to be here, when it's days that I can't move, when I done lost hope.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it's still Him because I've prayed out and cried out for Him to take me. Like I didn't want to be here.
Right.
Started placing suicidal thoughts. Like I started having suicidal thoughts,
Right.
like to end it because I didn't want to feel the pain. I didn't want to feel the hurt. And He just kept waking me up after I was praying out for Him to take me, to just end it because I couldn't deal with the pain. I couldn't deal with the heaviness of my heart. And to keep going on without having my child here because she was all I had. And I thank God for my support system, for my mom, my church family,
Mm-hmm.
for the ones that were praying for me when I can't pray for myself.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
And that, look, that was just in everything that you just said, because you know it's so interesting. I know like there are a lot of moms, and you know I always talk about moms, but you know there are dads out there too, and you know most of the times I'm always talking about moms, right?
right.
But you know I think we all have those thoughts. Like once you've been a mom for so long, it's like who you are is being a mom. And
Right.
when that's taken away from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't have anything else. Like, what else am I supposed to do? What is my purpose for being here? You know? And so it's like when that purpose is taken away, when your whole world is taken away, when your identity is taken away, it's just like it puts you in a space like, what's the point in being here? And that's real. And most people, you know, don't want to really share or talk about that, right? But it's real. Those thoughts do show up and they do come, and you start questioning reality. You start questioning your own existence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the beauty of it, which is why I do this, is when you're in that by yourself,
Right.
it's almost like that's when you start to think that it's just you.
Yeah.
Right? But when you can realize that it's not just you, there are other people that are going through this too,
Right.
then it creates space for community, you know?
Right.
And so that was like when I first met you and you shared that with me, you know, in that moment, I was like, wow, this is someone powerful, because just to be able to share that so authentically and just to be so vulnerable with somebody that you don't even know is like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. Let me ask you another question. Like, on a day-to-day basis, what would you say has been your biggest challenges?
The getting up.
Mm-hmm.
The getting up and my routine, that was my routine, like cooking, cleaning, laundry, helping with homework, dropping off at school, picking up at school, soccer practice, whatever going on at the school. As a mom, we always busy. It's always something going on with the child. It's always something that you got to do. And now it's just me. It's just me, and it's just me in my place. And most days, I'm just laying here. Like, I don't leave my house unless my friends, they didn't got to the point where they start showing up in my house because I wasn't answering the phone.
Mm-hmm.
They'll call, like, you ate? And I'm like, no, I'm not hungry. And they were like, okay, we're gonna go out to eat. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
Okay. And they'll call and I won't answer. And so they got to the point to where they start showing up. They give me my space.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's too long, they come knock on the door. They come sit and they'll take me out. And like I told them, but they don't, because some of them don't have any kids. And then the ones that do, they haven't lost their child. So, and that was something that I did before Madison passed. Like, I enjoyed, like, I got out with my friends. But I would just rather not go, because I don't know how once I go, I don't know how I might feel. I don't know if the tears will fall, or having someone feeling uncomfortable in a space because they don't know what to say. And if they say something, would it trigger me into the tears? And then another thing that I don't want to go is because it's like when I do go, I am enjoying my friends because I have fun with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it get my mind from off certain things at that moment, because I am always in my head overthinking things. But it's like when I come back into the house, I'm back faced with reality. I'm coming back into an empty house. I'm left again with my thoughts.
Right.
So
Yeah.
but
It's so two things that you kind of touched on. It's like, one thing is the whole routine, you know, like a part of this journey is the things they used to do. You don't do that stuff no more. So it's like, whether it was taking the kids to school, because I think I've shared before, like I used to cook like every other day. I ain't gonna say I used to cook every day. Some days, Cameron, we would look. Some days it would be cereal, but his dad didn't really like the cereal because it was too much sugar. But like some days I would go get stuff to eat. but I used to cook every day. And I think, right, like even right now in my refrigerator, I think all I got is water, juice, energy drinks. Like I don't even have the same food in my refrigerator no more because it's just me.
Right.
Like my freezer, I think I got a bag of ice, maybe some chicken, but I don't even go to the grocery store like I used to because it's like we don't even, like I don't even cook. And so most of the times we eat out, which is not healthy, but it's like I think maybe I've cooked in my kitchen. I think it's been, so this is the 5th month. So it's probably been about 6 months for me, maybe 7. But yeah, I think I've used my kitchen maybe 2 times, maybe 3. But yeah, like that, it totally interrupts your whole routine. And so there is no more normal. Like you're having to find this new normal. Like what is the new normal, right? And so that's the first thing. But then something else you touched on is like going out, being around people, doing things. You don't know what's gonna trigger you. And I remember in the beginning, like me and my husband went out a couple times and he would see a family, you know, the father, the mother, and the children, and instantly he would get triggered. And I could tell like he just would get sad. And then if he gets sad, now I'm sad. We both sitting here sad, and people look at us like, what's wrong with them?
Right.
And so you just don't know what's gonna trigger you. So if you having a great day, then it's easier to just not go out because I don't want to miss up this great day. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, like that's interesting. So let me ask you another question. Like, what is it, like if you had advice to share, you know, with the mom, like what are some of the lessons that you've learned just being on this journey, you know?
Well, before this journey, I never took life for granted. No matter what came, the good, the bad, the trial, I always tried to find the good in it. That's why we took a lot of pictures. That's why we went a lot of places and we did a lot of things. But now that I'm on this journey, I'm learning how to give myself grace, which is something that I never did for me. I always gave and showed other people grace, but I never showed myself grace. I always been hard on myself. I'm still hard on myself. So I'm learning how to give myself grace. I know they say one day at a time. I'm learning what one day is at a time. Because like I said, I always had a schedule and a routine. This got to be done. So now it's just like, if I don't move out the bed, it's okay.
Right.
It's okay.
Right.
My plans was when I got up was to move out the bed, but you know, the day came and I just don't feel like moving. And it's okay. I done found myself doing a lot of inhaling and exhaling, breathing, because it can be overwhelming. It can be overpowering. So just learning how to breathe. When I do get up, I try to go and walk outside or sit by the lake. I haven't got back into going to the places that me and Madison used to go when she was here. I have been in counseling. I started counseling in August of last year. I am the type of person where I don't let a lot of people in on my personal life besides the ones that are close to me, like my family and my friends that I've been friends with over 20 years.
Right.
This has been a step because this has been my first time going to counseling and actually opening up and being vulnerable about where I'm at and how I'm feeling.
I would have never guessed that about you, Brittany. I don't believe it.
Yes.
And the reason why I say I don't believe that is because of our first conversation. And look, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I told, like, when I first met Brittany, I told y'all she was so vulnerable with me and authentic with me. But look, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I used to say this all the time about people. I would say, people don't get to be in my space unless God says it's okay. Like, that's what I would tell people, right? Y'all, when I tell you, me and Brittany got the exact same birthday. So next year, y'all, me and Brittany gonna have to party together and do something because we got the exact same birthday. So sometimes when I'm talking to Brittany, y'all, I can kind of hear myself when I'm listening to her. And when she shares certain things and when she says certain things, it's almost like, am I talking to me?
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool talking to you, Brittany, because I be like, yeah, I know about that. Yep, I done heard that before. I know.
Yeah.
But I still would say when you be like when you was just saying it's hard for me to open up and talk to people. I'm like, I don't know about that one.
But not the talking part, but the opening up part, because I don't let a lot of people into the vulnerable side of me.
Okay, I got it.
See, like when I was out and, taking myself out on lunch dates or out with my friends, they always say, girl, you a people person. People just come up and just gravitate to you. But it's only certain people that I let in this side of me. Because most people look at me like, oh, she's so strong. Oh, she got it together.
I heard that all my life.
Y'all,
look, somebody asking, I am Kitty, we 222. So look, we the 222s.
Yes.
But yeah, I done heard that all my life. She's so strong. She got it together. Yep.
And I'm like, I'm not. I'm tired. I'm
right.
Not
That's not the truth. Look, if people only knew what was behind all of that.
Right.
Right. So let me ask you a question, Brittany. So right now, like, what's your experience right now just being here sharing with everybody?
I'm thankful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful that you have made an outlet for us to feel safe, for us to feel vulnerable, for us to speak our truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people don't know if they haven't fulfilled haven't fulfilled the shoes. Because my mom is a very strong woman, and she have been encouraging me. She's been uplifting me, telling me it's, right now, it's tears of sorrow when you're crying, but it's going to get to where it's tears of joy and, all the things that people say that haven't lost a child because they don't know what to say. And my mom lost her son April the 10th of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And she's experiencing the same things that I went into experiencing. And my mom is a woman of God, know the Bible, lives the life, and she's been stuck in the place that I was in. Don't want to move, no energy, feeling like life been sucked out of you. So it's good that I'm able to share my story, be my authentic and vulnerable self. That some days I'm harder than the other. I try to keep pushing, even though some days I don't feel like it. Some days I want to, or some days I go back to August the 2nd with the questions, with the thoughts. Questioning, like, what is my purpose? Like, why am I still here? Like, why, you didn't take me and, like, it's just a lot of questions. So to be able to have that safe space for me to be able to be authentic and talk about the journey, the good and the bad, because you never know.
Right.
Never know that this will be my life. and it is.
Right. There was a question that I had. It was right there and it just kind of went away. I was going to ask you, because I know you talked about, like, and that's even something in itself, like, what's the coincidence that your mom lost her child, several months after you lost your child, right? And so now both of you are going through the same experience, what has it been like for you, like, being with her?
Well, we in 2 different states.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got that phone call that morning, because in March I did kind of like start trying to get out the bed more. I started doing the 3 days, going to the gym, or outside walking around my apartment complex. So I had kind of started to find some type of strength to kind of like keep moving, no matter what they come, to just keep trying to push your way through it. So I had started trying to get out the bed and try and go to the gym and walk around my apartment complex. And then I get the phone call that morning because, like I said, me and my family in 2 different states. So they're in Mississippi and I'm in Texas. And so I got the phone call and I immediately, it was like breath was knocked out of me again.
Yeah.
And then I went back into how I felt August the 2nd. And then I kept thinking about my mom because my mom has health issues. And I know when my baby passed, how my body deteriorated, how my hair started to fall out, how I wasn't eating. And when I was trying to eat, I was throwing the food back up, or I couldn't keep food down my stomach. How my blood pressure was always up every time I was going to the doctor. Just within my health issues. And then I was, thinking about my mom because my mom already had health issues. And I just, felt for her. And then I didn't call her that day because I didn't know what to say. And it really wasn't no words to say to a mother that lost her child.
That's, you got, like, that's so, yeah, I think sometimes I get to that space, like, when moms reach out to me and they'll tell me that they've lost their child. The first thing that I got a lot was, I'm sorry. And I hated that. I hate when people say, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry. Like, what are you sorry for? And so when people tell me, the only thing that the only response that I have found sufficient enough, in my opinion, to say is, I'm just going to send you love, and I'm going to send you light, and I'm going to send you positive energy, because, like, anything else, like, there is nothing else to say.
Right.
Like, what do you say? Like, there is nothing to say. You know what I'm saying?
It's nothing to say. And I was just trying to wrap my mind around it, but I still couldn't wrap my mind around it because when Madison passed, I didn't want to hear anything from anybody. It was really nothing to say to me. I know the Bible. I know God. I didn't want to hear anything. I didn't want to hear anything. And it like I said, it really wasn't anything to say. So I couldn't call her. But I reached out to my aunts and, just sent the text, like letting her know that I did ask about it and that I'm thinking about it. But I just, left it at that. As some days passed by, I end up gaining the strength to call and just to check on her and ask her how she was doing, because I get that a lot. How you doing? How you doing? And I'm always like, I'm doing. Like, what else? Like, I'm doing. I just thought I just wanted to hear her voice.
Right.
And we talked, and she was like that she see now.
What?
Like, and I was telling her, like, I can't move out the bed And, you know, she was like, just get up, just try to get up. And I'm like, I can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Life been sucked out of me.
Right.
And so, that she didn't, experience it April the 10th when she lost her son. And she was like, now I see everything that you've been telling me. She was like, I don't move out the bed. She was like, it's like life just been sucked out of me. And then another thing that she was like, and like I say, she reads the Bible. It's in her bed. Like, she knows the Bible. And she was like, she's been at the point to where she's been questioning things in the Bible too. And
it definitely will have you questioning everything.
right.
Like questioning everything. And I tell people there's nothing wrong with questioning.
Right.
But it will have you questioning reality, yourself, your relationships, your spirituality, your faith, One of the biggest things though that I tell people, and I one of the things that that I believe about us, right, as women, is that no matter what we've been through, there is a power that we have as women that is within us, that no matter what happens in our life, we can tap into that power, And sometimes when we go through different experiences, we stop believing or we stop trusting in that power, But when you can see someone else tapping into that power, it gives you, it gives you belief that, well, maybe it does exist. Maybe it is there, right? And my biggest thing is, letting people know and showing people like it's there. When I get messages and people will be like, I just wanna have joy, or I just wanna be happy, or I just wanna, find my peace.
Right.
And my thing is always, it's there. You just disconnected from it. You know what I'm saying? But it's there. You just got to reconnect to it. And so yeah, like, is there anything else that's like right there that you would want to share about your journey that has just been like, mind-blowing or eye-opening for you?
It gave me a different perspective on life.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, like when you just said, like, joy and peace, it is there. And I know the reason why people are disconnected, because I feel like people look for happiness and joy within people and things, and not in themselves. So that what makes it hard and makes the journey frustrating. Life is life, and life gonna life. Like I said, I've been on this journey with God for a very, very long time, and I learned over the years that there's nothing wrong with questioning God. I question him all the time when things happen, and I always was like, when things is good and everything is going right, it's like we don't question God. But when we're faced with difficulties and the uncertain, it's like that's when the challenging part comes. I'm learning to get out of my own way. Like they say, faith is unseen. So I'm trying to restore my faith in God, to get me through the little hope that I still have. I still have a little hope left that right now I don't understand. One day I might.
Well, if you got a little bit, that's all you need. Brittany, right. They say a little bit. If you just got enough for the mustard seed of hope, You're gonna be all right.
Right.
That's what the Bible say.
So I'm just standing on his word because I have went back into the Bible, and one of my favorites is the book of Job. And that's how Job lost everything, his kids. Job got sick in the process. And even though he had his back, Job was rewarded for everything that he had lost.
Did Job curse God?
No, they wanted him to.
You sure? One of them cursed God.
Job didn't. They wanted him to.
Oh.
Because everything that was bad that was happening to Job, and Job just kept going back onto all of the things that he had been through, how God just kept seeing him through, even when it was hard, even when it was difficult, even when he wanted to question God. And even if you like, I got to the point where I wanted to curse too, you know, because it was just that bad.
Right.
But, you know, he didn't. And he had that one friend that, despite everything that he went through, everything that he lost, that was still encouraging him to keep pushing through, because he stood on the word and the promise that God had for him. And that's why he was rewarded, because he stayed faithful even in the midst of everything that he had went through. So I try to find hope in that. And then I found hope into a letter that I found that my daughter wrote in November the 5th, 2021. And it was right around the time where I had those suicidal thoughts, and I started contemplating on how can I fulfill the suicidal thoughts that I was having. And I wanted it to be quick and not suffer. And then I kept just going back to how my mom would feel, how I felt when my baby passed. And it was before my mom lost her brother. Before my mom lost her son, I started placing these thoughts, but I didn't want to be the first of my mom's children to leave like that.
Right.
You know, she feels the hurt and the pain. And like I said, I know the Bible. I read the Bible. And I know that my baby's in heaven. And I kept going back to where if I would have done it, I wouldn't have been able to see my child. And I was crying out to God. I'm talking about just crying out to God because I had no words. And I just literally wanted him to take me. And I ended up going in Madison room. And I was just trying to see how did my life go from us that weekend out school shopping, at the mall, at our favorite seafood place, at church Sunday. I'm cooking Sunday dinner to Tuesday morning my baby is being deceased. And I'm just trying to wrap my mind on like how I go from this to this.
Right.
And I'm just crying out at this moment for God to just take me. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm tired of pain. I'm tired of hurt. I'm tired of, trying to figure things out. I'm tired of trying to have faith, and I keep getting knocked back, and I'm trying to find hope and light despite everything that I've been through. And then now this. And Madison, she liked it to write. She liked it to journal. And I found this letter in her journal, and I framed it.
So look, y'all, before Brittany read this letter, on the first day I talked to Brittany, y'all, Brittany read me this letter. And I say Madison is Brittany's daughter. Madison blessed my soul with this letter, y'all. And so if you doing something, you want to stop what you're doing and really listen to the wisdom. Now, when you listen to this letter that Madison wrote, you're going to think she older than what she is. And even after listening to this letter, y'all, I still have it in my mind that Madison is older. And that's why I wrote, Madison is a wise, old soul. But y'all listen. listen, especially my angel moms, listen at what Madison got to tell us. And so Brittany finna read the letter that Madison wrote that she found in her room, in her journal.
Madison wrote this letter November the 5th, 2021. Madison passed August the 2nd, 2022. The letter reads, why to love yourself? The reason you should love yourself is because God didn't put you on this earth without a purpose. And to find that purpose, you got to get up. You got to get out of the house and on your feet. God didn't bless you to stay in bed and worry about your fears. So get up. Get up. Treat yourself. Go out. Be free. Because I promise you, today may be your weakness, but tomorrow is going to be your power.
From the words of she was 11 when she wrote that.
She was 12.
Oh, she was 12.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
So it's hard, but some days I try to go back to this letter when I stay down too long or feeling sorry for myself and questioning why my life and, you know, why I'm here and what's my purpose. I go back and I read it. I got it framed. So this is my motivation for me to keep moving, to keep going, because she was my motivation. And I felt like she knew that I was going to be doing what I'm doing now, which is in the bed, not moving, isolating myself, not knowing what my purpose is and what I should be doing. And this I came across this letter, and that's why I still trying to hold on to the little faith that I do have left, because God, like, what better way to show you than to leave it in your child's writing?
Yo, and read that last line again. The last sentence that she says.
She said, I promise you, today may be your weakness, but tomorrow is going to be your power. So it's like, I have weak days. Like, when I say people like, you're strong, and I'm like, no, I'm weak. Like, they don't see what goes on behind the closed doors. Like, when they see me, when I do put on clothes, they don't know how much strength I had to take just to get out the bed to even put on clothes. Like, the things that was so easy for me to do, because I like to get dressed. I like to look cute. I like to go places. Me and Madison went places all the time. But sometimes it's hard. Mm-hmm. And people don't know what really goes on behind the closed door. They just see the cute pictures that you post.
Right.
Or they see out, you know, with your friends, but they don't know that you had to try to get yourself some type of motivation to get off the couch. Like, or your friends that came over here and you didn't cry it out to them before you finally got off the couch, you know.
Right.
Or you didn't cry before they came over here and you know, wiping your tears and trying to get your face from unpuffy because you just had a whole meltdown over here before they came, or you having a meltdown after they leave because now you stuck, you know, by yourself again. So
yeah, but it's what hit me with her words and that letter is when she says tomorrow will be your power. And it's like, I'm always using that word, you know what I'm saying? Like, tapping into your power, stepping into your power, overcoming grief with power, power, power. Power is my word. Like, that is my word, power. I'm always talking about power. I want a vehicle with power. Like, everything is about power. And maybe I love the show Power. And I miss Omari. Oh, my God. I used to love him. Sorry, y'all. My brain just went somewhere else. But but yeah, but for her to just say that, like, even on this thing with overcoming grief with power, you know, for her to say tomorrow will be your power, it's just like, from the words of this baby, like this young child, you know, telling us, like, get up, like, you're gonna be able to step into your power. And I've shared this all the time. I say this all the time. Like, one minute I was just sharing my grief journey. Like, it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna share my grief journey and that's it. And then one day I woke up and it was like, nah, we're not doing that no more. You're not gonna just keep sharing your grief journey. It's time for you to overcome your grief with power. And then when that day happened, I was like, okay, that's what we doing. But in that moment, I didn't even feel that. I didn't have an experience of that. It was just this thought. Like, it was like spirit was like, enough of that. Okay, I didn't let you do that long enough. Now it's time for you to overcome grief with power. And then the more I just kept saying it, like, I'm overcoming my grief with power. I'm overcoming my grief with power. It's almost like the more I spoke it out of my mouth, it's like I'm speaking it into existence.
Right.
And so that's another thing that, you know, I really want moms to get present to is there's so much power in your words.
Right.
You know, and you can actually create your world with your words. And I'm seeing that, like, even in what I created with, I'm overcoming my grief with power, regardless of how I feel, regardless of what's going on. Yep, I may be crying, I may be having a bad day, but regardless of what's going on, I'm still overcoming my grief with power. I may be in the bed eating ice cream, that's okay, but I'm overcoming my grief with power. Right. And I think the more you keep creating, you know what I'm saying, who you are, what you're doing, it's almost like your word, you're creating your world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so yeah. So let me ask, so it's 7:48. And so we have about 12 minutes. And I know there has been a lot of questions and different comments. And hold on, let me see somebody. Hold up, I don't want to say her name wrong. I am Kitty 1215. I've been seeing your comments, and if you still here, I'm gonna have to talk to you. I've been reading your comments. I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna have a conversation, because I am Kitty 1215 is another powerful mom. Just reading your comments, but now, like, for everybody that's here, if you have any questions that you want to ask, like, I really want to make sure that we take care of all of you. I know a lot of people was like, wow, with Madison's poem, well, her words of, I don't know what we gonna call them for Madison. Okay, I see you. I am Kitty. I'm gonna be inboxing you. But yeah, so now y'all, if y'all got any questions or something that you want to ask it, because we got time now. If y'all want to ask questions, hey y'all. And I was trying to go back up. Sometimes it's hard to be in a conversation and then to read the comments. But sometimes I think I'm a little ADHD, so I be reading comments and paying attention, but I'm not supposed to be doing that. I know Brittany be like, this girl is crazy. But you understand, don't you, Brittany?
I do.
So let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm going back up. And then Brittany, do we let you see the comments on your side?
I can't see them.
Oh, you can't? Okay. So I done went all the way back up. Romella said, I love you, Brittany.
I love you too.
Thank you, Romella, for sending your love. And Darlene Moore, words of encouragement. So what would be words of encouragement that you would give?
Words of encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to give myself words of encouragement. Words of encouragement that I would give to someone, whether it's a grieving mom or just someone that's struggling with life.
Mm-hmm. What would you say?
To keep moving, to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
To feel how you're going to feel. That's the part of the healing. You have to feel it.
Yeah.
Even though I know that it's hard, remember the word, stand on the promise that he done gave us. And like I said, it's easy said than done.
It is. It definitely is. You know what? I was talking to Brittany the other day, y'all, and I was telling her, like, what if as moms, what if we just embraced the grief journey? Like, when I talk to a lot of different people and moms, there's always a place to get to. Like, I'm trying to get somewhere. There's somewhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
But what if we just hung out in this space and just, you know, what if we just hung out in whatever shows up every day? Like, really just embrace every moment of it. And the reason why I say that is because one day it's gonna be gone. One day this is just gonna be a memory. One day you're gonna wake up and yeah, you'll just be telling the story of what happened. And so I was telling Brittany the other day, y'all, it's almost like when you're pregnant in that last month, you be like, ooh, I'm tired of being pregnant. I can't wait to get this baby out. Oh my God. Like, ooh, can it be over with? But then once the baby come out, you be like, ooh, can we put it back? Like, oh my God, I just want to go back to being pregnant. And then I was just sharing, like, I remember when my kids was younger, I used to be like, ooh, I can't wait till they get grown. Oh my God, I can't wait. And then when they got grown, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could go back. But it's like, as people, we're never really satisfied with where we are. It's almost like we're never in the moment. Like, we never want to be in the moment that we're in. We always want to be somewhere else.
Right.
But what if we just allowed ourselves to be in this moment, whatever it looks like practice just being in that moment.
Exactly. Like I told you with Bishop T.D. Jakes, when he said that we always trying to get to the destination and we forget to enjoy the journey before you get to the destination. Before you embrace every moment, every step, every good, every bad. Enjoy the journey.
Exactly.
To the destination. And that's what I'm trying to do. I go back and look at videos and look at pictures, and we enjoyed life. We had fun. We went places. We did things. We traveled. And I'm trying to find the goods because we did have fun, and I'm trying to get back to that place to where I find the light.
Right.
Find the light in this, and not just always being down and sad and depressed and stressed and the questioning and just welcome the becoming of me, the becoming of who I am.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Well, y'all, so we're coming to a close. And so, Tasha, I got you. I got your Tasha 84. I see you. And Mika, I love you too. Thank you for being here. And to all of you, like, I love each and every one of y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. It is because of who you are that I'm able to stand and keep moving forward. From all of your comments and your messages, you all, whether you know it or not, it's like a pull that keeps pulling me. So thank you. And I am so if you haven't already followed the Angel Moms Collective on Instagram, follow that page, because that's where I'll be posting, things about what we're doing. I'm also getting ready to schedule another meeting online on Zoom where we're creating a space where I want to create a space where we'll actually get to talk back and forth. Live is cool, but we don't get to talk. I like to talk to people. I like to talk to y'all. So for all the Angel Moms, I am definitely getting ready to create another Zoom. If you missed the first one, which was last month, I'm getting ready to create another Zoom. It'll be on a Sunday. We did the last one at 1 o'clock, so we'll probably be doing another one around the same time. I'll be putting out the Sunday date, so stay on the lookout for that. And you can send me an inbox if you want me to put you on the list. I would just need your inbox, your name, your phone number, your email address, so I can send it to you. And then if you are Angel Mom and you want to share your story, you want to have a conversation, definitely send me an inbox. And then I think on live, we could do more than one person. And so I want to try that out where we can get multiple Angel Moms on the same live so that we can all kind of share and talk together, because I love talking to people, y'all. I love connecting with people, if y'all don't already know that. So definitely send me an inbox, send me a message so that we can connect and just empower each other. That's my commitment, is that no matter what, no matter where we are on this journey, we don't have to do it by ourselves. We can just be together and support each other, empower each other. And until the journey is done, then we'll just have fun. I like that. Until the journey is done, we just gonna have fun. I like that. I think I might use that as a hashtag or something. But anyway, y'all, I love each and every one of y'all. And so the next one is going to be not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And until then, y'all have the perfect day for you. And I will talk to all y'all later. Thank you so much, Brittany, for being here. I don't know what it must have been like for you to just share your story and to be on here, but whatever it took for you to show up and to share your story, I acknowledge you as a woman, as a mother. You know, I acknowledge Madison, because I know Madison was here and Kimberly was here. And just thank you for, your commitment to others and to mothers. And we're going to be doing some things. And so I'm excited for our relationship and our birthday we're going to share next year. So, all righty, y'all. I love you too, Shawana. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.